Congratulations! Hopefully if you're watching this, that means that you have finished up your orientation and you're ready to move on to the course. Every day I'm going to be doing a news item and letting you know through video what you need to be doing for the day. So this is our home page. This is what the course looks like, and you're familiar with this because you were working in it yesterday. I'm going to show you what you should be doing when you log into the course. So first things first, I'm going to look at my checklist. This is going to help you budget your time. So today you need to consider if you have to start reading the novel. You were given a book list a week ago or so, and the novel is about 200 some odd pages, maybe close to 300 pages. So if you are a slower reader, you need to consider whether you need to start reading that novel. We start reading the novel on July 21st, so that means you have just over 15 days or so to start working through that novel. Our first 2 units are short stories and speeches, so there's less reading in these first 2 units, so if you need to start reading the novel, I'd hop to it. So there's 2 things today. There's a quiz and a discussion, and you can see based on the checklist where they are. One's in activity 2 and one's in activity 3. And all of the due dates for the course, or at least most of them, are right at the end of the night. So for those of you Nighthawks or people who are working for part of the day, the due dates close right before midnight. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to content. It's really helpful if you use your checklist to remember where you are at. So we're in Unit 1, and we're going to start with the content. We're going to read through the content. You can listen to the podcast there, or you can just pause it if you don't want to listen to it. We're reading, we're downloading our short story, and then we're going to the assignment. These videos will likely... my voice twice. These videos will usually just be explaining the assignment, so you know what you need to do. The first task that we are doing that's due today is the quiz and the discussion. So you're going to read through the short story and you're going to create a sketch note. I have a broken link there. I'm going to have to figure that out. That's okay. You're learning about visual note-taking or sketch notes. There's a couple of links here that you can read up about sketch notes and what they are. And I will fix these links by the time you get this video, so don't worry about that. The way that I want you to deal with this sketch note is I want you to deal with it as a media task. You're producing a media text. So media is something that's meant to be consumed by someone, so it's meant to have a viewer. So your sketch note should follow the forms and conventions of a sketch note, so what they look like. You can get that from the video or from the presentation, but there is a certain way to sketch note, so it's showing me that you know how to do that. The way that you articulate your understanding of the story, so how you break down the information from the short story, The Strangers That Came to Town, and then lastly the content, so the actual content that you choose to share from the story, so the events that happen in the story. So what a sketch note is, what happened in the story, and how you marry the two together. The process of doing this is going to be marked as a reflection piece in the discussion board. So if you click on this, it will take you to the discussion board where there is a prompt that says in 5 to 10 sentences explain the following. What was helpful creating the sketch note? What did you struggle with? What was easy for you? So let's go back to our checklist because we have to make sure we're doing what we need to be doing. So the quiz was at the end of that page. Now this says discussion in activity 3. So you can see it's kind of tricksy. The sketch note, actual sketch note and the discussion isn't due until tomorrow. So you're kind of doing these things all at the same time. So we need to go to activity 3 real quick. So this is our go home page. We're going to go to activity 3 and we're going to see what we need to do there. So in activity 3, We're going to read through the content. Don't forget about reading through the content. That's like where you're going to get the stuff that you need to know to do the assignments. So there's the content. I've tried to keep it brief. In my fashion course I taught, sometimes there'd be like 9 or 10 pages of content. So you're lucky. Generally you only get 1 or 2. So here's the discussion that you need to do for today, July 5th. I want you to consider how you've reacted to the punishment of Andy's father. So there are some questions here to guide your thinking. I'd like you to use details from the story itself. See how I've cited it. I want you to try to model this in your writing. And the discussion boards will be marked based off of your post and also how you respond to other people. I'm expecting, so that means for at least a level 3, you're replying to at least 2 of your classmates' postings in a way that is constructive. So not just, good point, Joe. I want you to engage with what they have to say, maybe pose a question back so you can have a little bit of discussion back and forth. So today, July 5th, there are 2 things that are due. The first thing is on the assignment page for Activity 2, and it's the quiz at the bottom. The next thing is the assignment for discussion in Activity 3. I know this lingo gets a little bit challenging, but it will make sense as we go along. Tomorrow, on July 6th, the sketchnote task is due. So I will post another video about the sketchnote task, giving you a little bit more and showing you a sketchnote that I've done. But for right now, that should keep you busy. So have a great day, and we will talk soon.